take those fucking weeds out. All right, so okay, mm, so we talked about the mango trees, strawberry tree on the outskirts. So it doesn't have to. We don't have to use this company to do this. We don't have to use that. But customization for individuality, my purpose is my own thing would be to have the bench down there, have what's those thing called? Those Pilates? No, it's like stuff for the ab workouts. Um, what's that other thing? It's like it's like you pull it and you stretch, just like you're stretching. Like you're pulling, it goes back and forth. Something. Um, I forgot what it is, but like it's like you're pulling. You put it on the wall also, or you can like put it anywhere. It's like a rope but rubbery. I don't know. I forgot what that is. We'll have that down there. Medicine ball, excellent. TV. Make sure there's Wi-Fi down there. Make sure there's Wi-Fi down there. Definitely having Wi-Fi down there. Uh, Definitely something you want to do. So, so we have another look at it. I like this view right here. Possibly you can put a blow up mattress down here. Possibly, depending on the size that you want. But I would get the smallest one. You know what I'm saying? I would use the smallest one. I would have definitely have the Wi-Fi in there. Have a 50-inch TV. Um, a table is not necessary. None of that stuff is not necessary. But a blow up mattress, just because for other people, I'll tell you my purpose is, but my other people probably want to get away from the wife and the kids. My what I would do, you're not trying to like this is not gonna protect you from a nuclear explosion. That's for sure. You're not gonna reality. What's this story? 1983. Yeah. Um, I forgot how it should lock a certain way, right? So I don't know how it locks, but somehow it locks. I forgot. I had another way and then another. I forgot. Like it shows you how to lock it, but whatever. All right. So this is a description and all that stuff. Here at Underground, we know that staying fit is important. Blah blah blah. Okay, so we can look at other things that you can do with it, right? So now we know that you can do that. Cinema, wine cellar, underground office. So, underground gym room and cinema room is most. No, no. The underground gym and underground office less likely to ever have a wine cellar. Less likely, definitely less likely to have that under there. But you can see it's the same thing. Um, Now, backyard. This needs to be in the backyard. Another thing that I didn't talk about is that this can connect. So the house. This is not where the house is at. This is in the backyard. So you walk through your own fruit jungle to this thing in your backyard. You remember, this is all in a small space. I forgot the square foot. Well, it's more than your yard is more than 2,000 square feet, I believe. I freaking forgot the like this. I forgot like how big like the houses are, but I'm talking about like a tight space, bro. Like, because we don't need to be having a mansion house like that. We don't need to be running all over the house. You know how much cleaning that is for a big house? It's unnecessary. We need to have the beds that's like like the latest form of temper medic. That means like if I fall from two-story building, I should be able to land comfortably on that bed. 2 stories. There's beds like that. You can fall from 2 stories onto that bed. Hopefully it's a king size mattress, and you're not gonna get damaged, bro. Falling out of the sky. Oh my god, or you? I don't know what happens with that. Oh man, that's too crazy, bro. Anyways, so we know that. So now we have to understand that we're still starting from the bottom, right? So now we're gonna go up top towards the house where we need to have the house needs to have its own basement. That means like not like a basement you would think, but a basement. Um, let's see here. Oh, I just want to look at this real quick. Nobody but my body. Nobody but my body. Nobody but my body. Gang. Nobody but my body. What? Nobody but my body. Sit. Gang. Book now. It's your space, your pace. Book. Remember, I told you everybody's capitalizing everything you do. So if you want to get away from this capitalism, get away from the market. I mean, you're always going to the market, but this place is a sanctuary, right? This definitely a sanctuary. Definitely a sanctuary. Okay, definitely a sanctuary away. And remember, it's to fix and adjust the module mind. Fix and adjust the module mind, right? You can build, remember I talked about you can build your own Wi-Fi. You can build your own VPN. Privacy, guys. Privacy is the key here. And module mind. To fix the module mind. So the privacy has to be something that is prerequisite before anything else. Privacy is the very least thing you should do. You better get on with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get on with it. So gotta get on with that. I thought I saw a picture in here like pricing and benefits. But where's that image at? I swear. Can you like go away? Got like a baby, yo. Small, choose your preferred location. Ah, that one looks ugly. That's not even like the pause. Oh, okay. Why is the pause upstairs, dog? Rat. Anyways, we see all that bullshit, dog. It doesn't have to be. Most of these 4.7 million London iceberg homes. It doesn't need to be 4,000. It does not. It does not need to be that much money, bro. Like I just showed you guys. Like but this whole video, I'm about to show you that you can turn a 300,000. Well, probably was only 100,000 back in the day. $100,000 house to make it look like a $985,000 to possibly $1.2 million house. $1.2 million. Nobody has that skill, but we're about to go. We're gonna show you how to make a house almost 900 to $1 million. And this like look at this stupid house right here. Okay, so okay. Oh my god. All right, so this is what we're talking, right? You see this? Here we go. Here we go, guys. Okay, so under the house, it needs to be like kind of like this, you know. So what's this over here? What's that? Ooh, no, 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 no. Go back, go back. Go back, my friend. Oh, this is a bit more advanced than what I was thinking. What is that? Let's go look at that. We'll come back. Oh, this is an actual like. But why does that? See, what I'm saying, like, why does the house have to be like that? They always do some shit. Always all the stupid ass house, and then all of a sudden, see how look dumb it looks. Fucking always do that shit. That's why I'm getting out of here, bro. Get out of this thing. So now you understand what I'm trying to do, right? Taking a house that you probably live in right now and having all those amenities that I just listed, all that stuff. What is this going on? And it always has to be like that. I don't know why it always has to be like bunker style, militarized. You can take, you can design that thing to make it fit, make it like how I just showed you with the gym pod, but actually like a room, straight away. You know what I'm saying, like that. So you can make the underground basement look like a house downstairs with lights, white fluorescent lights, and everything like that. You know. But then they want to build it up to $32 million for a house that I can. Let me show you how to do this stuff, man. They build that thing up all the way up. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we don't need to put backyard gym. We need to put underground. I'm just putting. Actually, I had a plan and everything. Yeah, home is completely underground. So this is like an example, right? But I don't know why that tree's there. You can have your house like that, right? Not that big, you know, but okay. So this is like silly. All right, so let's get out of here and get to the videos. I was like, what? Sorry. All right, so we got to go all the way down here.
Florida homeowners, if you have a power meter like this on the side of your house, you may qualify to save 50, 100.
Okay, so here we go. Building second. So if you have a house like this, right? You see, there's already two-story house. Or pretend like it's not there. I'm saying like if you had a one-story house, you can do this. So we're gonna do this. So with the backyard, they got a gym in the backyard, underground with the mango trees, guavas, shading trees and stuff like that. Palm trees near the fences for privacy, and now we're here. You don't need that sound, bro. You really don't need that sound. See how easy it is. Now, what they're doing when they're building, you want to use the soundproof. So when you jump, let's say like something falls on the ground, you should minimally hear that. Like when you're like walking up the stairs, everything should be like silent. The ventilation should be superb and everything like that. Um, that wood should last for a very long time, or use some type of stone, marble. But you see how easy it is, right? You see that, right? All right. Because you see all the stuff they're putting. You look at the, see this? This is most. You got to know what that is. Tavek, you see that? You get to know that. Now, the same thing will happen underground. You see right here? Underground right here will be the patio area. So the patio will be under, and then over more will be still be a patio area. So that means you have a, and on the side right here will be meshed in somewhere. So the meshed in area, or depending on how your house looks like it'll be meshed in kind of right here also. And then there's a door, glass door right here, and then the door, mesh door. But depending on what your house will be, probably most likely mesh right here, and then there's an outside portion leading out to the outside more patio where you can sit down and stuff like that, overseeing tree. See that? Those windows could be much better, much better, much better, bro. I think this one was like really like. Should have used some stuff.
Copy of their house plans of their existing home. You know, the architectural drawings of the home that they're living in. This will tell you what the existing structure looks like behind the walls and below the ground.
That's
So
important.
we'll get into why you need this in a second. But how do you find the existing house plans? The house plans I grew up in as a kid, they were nailed to a stud beneath the basement stairs. But if you don't have a basement, or if they're not there, and you can't find these in this document with the rest of your home documents, you'll want to take a trip down to the local building department. So when a builder or an owner builder applies for a permit to build a new house, they're typically required to submit a couple sets of architectural drawings to show in detail exactly what they're going to build. And in many cases, the local building department will save a copy for future reference for instances like this when someone wants to do either make a repair or do some sort of addition. Okay, so why do we need to see the existing house plans? So the key to evaluating a second floor addition is to look at the existing structure to see what elements are good as is and which will need to be beefed up once you add that additional weight. So the first thing we need to review is the foundation and footings. These were initially designed to just support a single story to the home, the ranch home you live in. But will they support a second floor? Maybe. If not, the cost could be just too much to move forward on a second
I
floor
promise
addition
you.
project.
I promise you.
Because the footings will
Somebody's
need to
somebody's
be
gonna take steal this shit. Like take my ideas and they're gonna start doing that with their house. I promise you.
typically challenging to get to, which can add a great deal of cost to the project. Okay, so I think it's really important to really understand this footing sizing thing. So let's take a look at our current open book build project, kind of as an example, right? The building code calls out a minimum footing size based on certain criteria. One of the main criteria to this is the soil bearing capacity, or how much weight the soil can hold up. So for our home, it was 2,000 pounds per square foot. So the building code calls out the following footing sizes based on the number of floors and foundation type and that soil bearing capacity, based on the 2019 Residential Code of Ohio, which is basically the 2018 International Residential Code. So this is typical light frame construction, no brick, and I'm going to put the link to the online code below the video here, and it's on page 219 of the code if you want to reference that. So for a single story home with a basement, 14 inches wide by 6 inch deep minimum size footing, two-story home with a basement, 16 inches wide by 6 inches deep, and a three-story with a basement, 19 inches wide by 6 inches deep. So you can kind of see as we build the house up toward the sky, the footings get larger to accommodate the additional weight. So most builders will increase the size of their footings to be larger than the code minimum. And this adds just a factor of safety, right? So for the open book build, which is a ranch home, we could have made the footings all the way down to 14 inches wide and just 6 inches deep. But instead, we went with 16 inches wide by 8 inches deep, which is quite a bit larger than the required in the code. So in this case, if someone wants to add a second floor later to the open book build house, the existing footings would be okay. So once we've reviewed the footings, it's time to take a look at the
You gotta do a lot of work
throughout the home.
before you build a second floor.
Designed based on a single story home. So once you put that additional weight of the second floor and all of its contents up there, the structure will need to accommodate this additional weight. Okay, so let's take a look at the open book build home project again as an example to get an idea of what changes would need to be made to make that second floor addition after the fact. So first, let's take a look at the basement beam. This is a 3-ply beam that runs through the middle of the basement from the front to the back of the home. The structural element.
So you already have a basement.
The first floor weight. And when we add the second floor, the floor joists up there will be run in the same direction as the basement. Why? Because this is the most efficient way of building this house, and that's pretty typical for this kind of a home here. So if we add the second floor, the weight on the basement beam will double. So we'll need a structural engineer to resize that basement beam to carry this additional weight. So one more thing we need to consider for this example are the pad footings below the basement beam.
You need an engineer for the entire process that I'm talking about. Like the entire thing needs a structural engineer, maybe one or two, and they have to test it out. So you have to do test, and then try it, test this, do that, try it. You really have to have a real-time engineer, electrician that really knows what they're talking about. It's not just people that know how to build. There's a lot of factors, HVAC people, air conditioning, stuff like that. All those people have to come together and have a big plan around the table, have a big meetings, video chats, on Zoom, meeting in person, handshakes, food, talk about certain things. Let's get this party going.
And those columns that support the basement beam. Are these 36-inch square concrete pad footings large enough to carry the resulting increased load from the basement beam above? And are those steel columns capable of carrying additional load, or do we need to replace them with something more substantial? So
By the way,
these are the items that the structural engineer will look at, and also look at the head.
they're building a lot of houses now down here because, like I said, they're capitalizing off what the entire whole, what's going on right now. The entire as a whole, what's going on. Inflation. So they inflate it, and then there's the cities are being overrun by robotoids. So what's going to happen in those cities, right? There's going to be more minorities are going to come in, and immigrants from other countries. I forgot what they're called, but they're migrant workers or something like that. I don't know. But it's when they're inviting all these people in, and then each city is going to turn into a Detroit, right? And people that are living in Florida, stuff like that, out of the cities, they're going to be living. You might think it's not rich, but they really are living a rich life. So it's better not to be in the city because all those things are going to happen. Absolutely, all that stuff is going to happen, right? All that stuff. This, and also you remember this house has security. Anything that happens in the street, anything that happens on the neighborhood street, anything that happens in the neighborhoods, you can see it. All that stuff.
From the windows and doors on the first floor to ensure they're adequate as well. So as you can see, making the decision to add a a second floor to an existing home is not a simple one. We need to carefully review the existing structure and determine what adjustments will need to be made to safely add the additional weight from above. And once those structural changes are identified, we can decide whether those costs make sense or not. And for those of you that are looking into building or
That's
remodeling a home, we have some great resources to help you lower the cost of your project at armchairbuilder.com. So please stop by and see me when you get a chance. Thanks for watching.
all right. So we've seen that. I think we can do one more video to show you. Okay, so this. Remember that gym pod. So this is underneath the gym pod, but remember I just used that for example. That gym pod's for example. So this is in the backyard or in a bigger house.
Michael with Owner Builder Class here. I'm really excited to share with you a smaller footprint designer home that can be built at a relatively affordable price. Now, whether you're looking to build a smaller dream home to live a simpler life, or you need a cabin plan to get away from it all when the stress gets to be too much, this designer home really could be that solution for you. Now, in this video, I'll share with you the details that make this house design special and also dive into some of the costs to build as an owner builder. So let's check out the details of this modern single-story design. Now, looking at the outside, we see the design has higher-end finishes with stone accents.
Backyard, and probably on the side will be the gym pod or the underground gym. But the design has to look like this, exactly how this looks. Everything has to look like this. Sidewalks from the house, from the two-story house. Remember, the house has a basement that looks like a house underneath, has a regular, and then the regular house, and then on top of that you have the second-story house. So, and then we have the patio and everything like that. Okay, so, and we have this in the backyard with the privacy. Remember, near the gates, near the walls, wherever the arch is, there's a street or your neighbors can see. You want to block them off with the privacy. Block them off with the plants and stuff like that.
Engineered wood siding and soffits, full beams, and a metal roof. Now, obviously, you can lower the cost of materials of this plan by eliminating the beams of the soffits and by substituting for lower cost materials. But personally, I think this design really pops with the texture of the metal, the stone, and the engineered siding. Now, the other design element that really stands out is the efficient use of glass to allow light and fresh air into the home. Now, the two large sliding glass entry doors on the front elevation with transom windows above really splash that living room and kitchen with light. Here's a quick look at the slab floor plan. Now, at 676 square feet, the home is a crazy efficient use of space with 2 bedrooms, an open concept kitchen to living room, and a full bath. Now, I really like how the designers have kept all the plumbing away from the exterior walls, so this plan can be built in any climate and will avoid the frozen pipes. Now, the direct vent fireplace between the living room and the kitchen will make a really nice focal point, providing extra warmth for the main living space. And overall, this house plan is very efficient to build. So let's talk a little bit about the costs. As most of you know, being an owner builder means you're taking on the responsibility for the management oversight of the project.
All right, so I think we have an understanding of what's going on. Thank you.